Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. So today we are going to discuss a very good topic related to climate change. Climate change and the human rights. First of all, as we think about this topic, we think that is there any connection between climate change and human rights? Yes, there is a very strong connection between climate change and human rights. And today's lecture is going to change your all thinking about how climate change and human rights are interrelated and interconnected. Furthermore, you are also going to give so much of honest of the destruction of the poverty of many countries on those developed countries who are playing havoc with the help of climate change throughout the world. Their industries, their economy is a great threat to the developing countries in the world. The developed countries do not think how much harm they are incurring to the whole world, to the whole earth, to the mother earth. They don't know. Today's topic of us is climate change and the human rights. Introduction. Climate change and human rights are closely connected. As we discussed earlier, climate change and human rights are closely connected to each other. The impacts of climate change can have severe consequences on human rights, particularly for vulnerable populations such as the poor, children, women, and indigenous communities. All the people are affected by the climate change, but especially the vulnerable communities like poor people, children, women, indigenous communities, etc. How? For example, the poor people do not have a proper home. If the flood comes, their less strong homes will completely demolish and they will be affected too much. Their lives would have even lesser standards. Just as an example, in 2010 the flood came. Those people who hailed from the poor areas of Pakistan, like the villages and poor communities, those people bore the brunt of it very much, and the children too. During the different floods in Pakistan, the children have been homeless, the children have been fatherless and motherless. It's also because of the climate change that's happening. And women, especially, the women the women are always dependent upon their male counterparts. However, if the males die, then what would happen of the women? And the indigenous communities too are very much having the consequences of the climate change. How can climate change affect human rights? There are different things how climate change can affect the human rights. So let's get started. Number one, right to life. It is the right of every human being to live a life. However, those countries who are playing with the environment, and because of those countries, the climate change is increasing day by day because of emissions of greenhouse gases using CFCs and the hole in the ozone layer. These countries are fighting with the lives of the poor people. So they are snatching the right of the people from life. Climate change can lead to increased mortality and morbidity due to extreme weather events. Now, mortality and morbidity, what are these? Mortality means the rate of dying, the rate of death. The people are of 60, 50, 40, 30, whatever ages they have, so they die, that is called mortality. And morbidity means that the children are dying or the children in the womb are dying because of extreme weather events, like the summer increases too much or the winter increases too much. So because of extreme weather events, these sort of things can happen. And heat stress, this is a new term being used over in the technology because of heat stress. What is heat stress now? Even if it is summer or winter, the people have it in their mind that heat will come, then what would happen of us? Like in the hotter areas, it is very much difficult to live. So the people think that how would I live this summer? Most of the people, the average life of a Pakistani is 60 years. In these 60 years, a person is completely thinking about how would I cope with the great heat that is going to come. So when the people are completely stressed about heat, all their year they will be thinking about it and they would not be able to be happy. they would not be able to live their lives, and when a person is not happy, he is not able to do work properly, and therefore all the life of a person and all the society is disturbed due to heat stress. And the spread of disease also, because of the spread of disease, like with the emerging innovating technology, new diseases are coming. Coronavirus was never seen in the world, but it came. Different type of diseases are increasing, coming and increasing. Why? It's also because of climate change. Right to health. Second number, how can climate change affect human rights? It's affecting human rights in this way also, that right to health. How? Climate change contaminates water sources, reduces air quality, and increases the spread of diseases. Now, health is also very essential in everyone's life, but due to climate change, the right of a person from health is also vanished. How? Because of climate change contaminates water sources. The water sources are contaminated, they are spoiled, the air quality is reduced. So see, for an example, if in a room we start 3-4 motorbikes, the quality of the air of the room will completely be spoiled. Whereas if you go to a village and there are many trees, you will see and you will observe that there is a very better air quality. It's because of the fumes, smoke, smog, etc. that is in the cities, because of which we cannot properly inhale or exhale. And the diseases are also spreading because of the climate change. So climate change is affecting us, it's affecting the human rights. Now, right to food. Climate change can lead to crop failures. Because of the climate change, many crops are completely failing. How the crops are failing? See, for an example, we had discussed in a previous class that there is a proper temperature for any crop to flourish. Like for an instance, for a tree it is 16 to 24 degrees Celsius, or for any seed, like it is a seed of wheat, seed of rice, or seed of banana, or whatever. Banana is no seed. Well, so the crops may completely fail because of too much heat, because it's not 16 to 24 degrees Celsius. Here in Jacobabad or in Sindh areas, it goes to 52 degrees Celsius, which is completely unbearable, not only for the human beings but also for any crops. Thus the crops cannot flourish, and therefore the crop may fail. And when the crop will fail, it means that the right of a human being from food is being snatched, which is a basic right. How basic is this right that a human being should eat the food? Suppose someone stops you from eating food, what would you respond to that person? You would say him that there's just it's a question that you cannot even imagine, that somebody says you that don't eat the food. So climate change is saying us don't eat the food. Reduce agricultural productivity. Whatever agriculture is there, like it's a product of banana, it's a product of apple, whatever, means all the agricultural productivity can be reduced. And change growing seasons are changing, making it difficult for people to access nutritious food, and it will make it difficult for the people to get the nutritious food. For example, if in Quetta, which is a cold area where we can get the dry fruit from, Quetta is called the fruit basket of Pakistan. So if Quetta's environment, if the Quetta's climate changes completely, how would we get the dry fruit? It means that the right of us from food, nutritious food, is also snatched. Now, next one is number 4, right to water. If climate change happens, the water quality is reduced completely. It's contaminated because of floods, because of drought, etc. So right to water also gets snatched. Right to shelter. Flood comes, their homes are gone, so they have no shelter. Drought comes, so their homes are gone, they cannot live at that particular place where there were green fields and now there are none. So the right to shelter also goes. Right to self-determination. People of the indigenous communities live in a particular area. If that area is completely destroyed because of climate change, so means their right to self-determination also goes. Number 7, right to development. How can a person develop if it is too hot, if it is flood, if it is drought? There will be no right to development, which is a basic right of a human being, that he can do anything in order to develop himself. Anything means the things that are lawful. Now, these were some of the things that how climate change can affect the human rights. It's a basic need of us to fight climate change in order to have better rights of us. Now, international human rights law and climate change. What is the international people do? What has the international organizations done for improving the quality of our such sort of things like the climate change rights? There are three important things that we are going to discuss, that how international communities have tried only in order to make human rights accessible to all the people. First of all, there is UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a chart of rights of the human beings, that what are the basic rights of human being. In the Article 25, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights recognizes the right to a standard of living adequate for health and well-being, which includes protection from the impacts of climate change. Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article number 25 says that every human being has a right to healthy living and standard living, where there will be no effect of climate change on the human beings, and it should be adequate for health and well-being of a person, and the climate change should not affect them, and instead it should protect them. And number 2, International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. This is another covenant in which the right of the people on the health living is protected. And number 3, Paris Agreement. In the Paris Agreement also they say that every human being should be saved from the climate change. So these are the rights and regulations that need to be implemented in the world. They have already been made, but those countries which have important hand in writing these laws, rules and regulations, these are not enacting them in their own countries. Therefore, we suffer from such climate change. This is time for us to change, to take some steps. They say that if today you will take care of the environment, tomorrow your younger generations will praise and pray for you. But if today you spoil the community, spoil the environment, spoil the society, tomorrow your children are going to say the wrong words about you because you did not save the climate. So this was our topic of today. Stay connected. Allah Hafiz.